So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Alt D. The first thing I'd like to do is apologize for my crappy films. Having gone to Stuttgart last week, I ruined a great opportunity to make a good video. Didn't really take much video, only got that short question to Bodo Schiffman at the very end. But I'm terrible and I'll admit it. But I'm just getting started. This week I'd like to tell you about the bomb that exploded in the German Interior Ministry. Tichys Einblick broke the story. Now it's almost been a week ago, on Saturday the 9th. By the 10th, most of the major alternative media outlets came out with it. But as you can see, the headline here tells us that a study from the Interior Ministry, that's basically, it has the job of, let's say, reviewing internal policy in the country, says that the corona crisis may turn out to be the greatest fake news production ever, and that the measures introduced by the state may cause or contribute to more victims or death and injury than the actual virus itself. Needless to say, the alternative media had a ball with this. I've only found this actually in one small blog in the American alternative media, so apparently this isn't being carried at all by any mainstream sites up to this point, so I guess this is still breaking news even though it's almost a week old. I've been very busy, so I apologize for the delay. But as we can see, our most hits on this topic came this week from the Schwindelambulanz Sinsheim, Dr. Bodo Schiffman's webpage. He's got a lot of people following him, of course, at the moment. This one got almost 400,000 views. He features a cartoon showing the head of the Robert Koch Institute saying, "Welcome to the drawing of the infection numbers," like a lottery drawing, because nobody knows what they're pulling out numbers from a hat. Also, Hermann and Pup had a report on it. This one got 388,000 views. Moving down the line, this is another good website that's getting a lot of traffic these days. It's the Private Investment Political Report. I've watched a lot of this man's videos off and on. He usually puts in a really short one. This is an interview with a doctor. I had the title up here just a second ago. And they get into more of the details from a professional side. The next alternative media site, that would be Martin Sellner. Now, obviously, this guy's on the very, very far right of the spectrum, and not somebody that you could recommend in polite company, but he's getting hundreds of thousands of views based on the situation these days. So, if people in the mainstream in Germany are complaining that the right side of the spectrum is becoming too powerful, it's basically because they are pushing people there. If they were reporting the facts as they are, people would be sticking with them. But in a vacuum, people go to wherever they're getting the information. It's to the far right and to the far left. Like I mentioned about the demonstrations and the criticism that people are getting, it is either they're far righties, they're far lefties, they're conspiracy theorists, but this is basically all just normal people who want straight answers and aren't getting any from the government. Another site that got a lot of traffic, of course, is The Bild, and they're reporting on this story as well, although surprisingly getting a lot less than some of the alternative media sites. And the last thing to mention, what's coming up as a topic these days as Germany disintegrates and people see through the facade, is the president of Germany, Steinmeier, recently was caught out in a video where he's doing a media report for the cameras at a German Red Cross station, and let's just have a look at this quickly. Here they're talking, they thank each other for the nice interview, and thank you very much. Are we done? Okay, here we go. Get rid of this. Here, you take the microphone. Here, you can have my dirty mask. And that about does it. So needless to say, that one's spread across the entire news. And here we have Dagmar Belakovic, the FPÖ. She's also a medical specialist, and she's actually complaining about one of the OVP speakers who was just up on the podium before her with his face mask, and you can see they blended in. Well, he took his mask off to speak and basically wiped the table down with it and then put it back on his face, which he doesn't seem very comfortable with, because throughout the video they keep showing him, and he doesn't seem to even know how to properly adjust one of those. Keeps fiddling with it the whole time. So when it comes to touching your face, she also chastises them for also taking them off in front of the camera as soon as they go into a plenary session or anything like that. So needless to say, the German-speaking world is falling apart at the seams. It's looking like no confidence for the major parties. There was just a big vote today in the parliament, and that split completely among party lines. You can find it in Bodo Schiffman's latest video. I won't spend my time here though flipping through. I'll just leave you with that, and maybe I'll see you out of Stuttgart tomorrow or the day after, putting another report together. They have approved the demonstration, but they had applied for 50,000 people, and that was reduced to an approval for 5,000 people. So we'll see what happens, because I have a feeling that another 20,000 people at least, like last week, will show up. So see you soon.